Good morning students. Today we will discuss about the characteristic of population. Earlier we have already explained to you that what are the different aspects of population and how the overpopulation can be a problem for any country. When we discuss about the population, we should know the characteristics also. We will take up the characteristics. There are five main characteristics of population. That is the population size and density, which describes about that whether the population is too much or very less in a particular area and how many individuals are residing in that area. Then is the population dispersion, that means the type of distribution of population. Age structure, which may be that what type of the age are there in the aging people are there in that particular population. It can be pre-reproductive age, reproductive and the post. Next is the natality. Natality means the birth rate of that particular population. Mortality is the death rate, at what rate the individuals are dying. Then is the biotic potential and the carrying capacity. We will take them as one by one. Now first is the population size and density. Population size is expressed as the number of individuals in a population. That how many individuals are there. We can describe it as or represent it as the number of individuals of a species per unit area or volume. That in a particular area, suppose you can say it can be 1 kilometer or 100 kilometers, how many individuals are residing in that area. Next is the population dispersion. It is the spatial pattern of individuals in a population relative to one another. It can be of three types, that is regular, random and clumped. We call it as a regular population dispersion when the individuals are spaced more or less at the equal distance from each other. The random, it is random when the position of individuals is unrelated to the position of its neighbor. That means the individuals doesn't know what are the position of their individuals who are living in their nearby areas. Next is the clumped population when the individuals are particularly aggregated in the patches where you can say there is no individuals in a particular area at some distance. The other are at some other distance, some another at some other distance. There is no individuals in between that particular two areas. Next is the age structure. The proportion of individuals in each age group, that is called the age structure of that population, which is very essential characteristic. From it we can determine the ratio of various age groups in a population. We can determine the current reproductive status of the population. That means the individuals are there in the pre-reproductive population is there. Some individuals will be there in reproductive and some will be in the post-reproductive period. To represent this, we are having a model which is called age pyramids, which represent the geometrically the proportion of different age groups in the population of any organism, which is called age pyramid. According to Bernheimer, they can be of three basic types of age pyramids. The first one is the young population. Why we are calling it as young? Because the pyramid is having a broad base which is showing an expanding population. Why? The number of pre-reproductive individuals are more. That means they are going to reproduce in the future and going to increase the population. So they are more in number as compared to reproductive and post-reproductive. So we call it as a expanding population. Next is the pyramid is a bell-shaped, having equal number of young and middle-aged individuals. Next is the pyramid which is urn-shaped, showing declining population, because here the pre-reproductive are less, reproductive are comparatively more, and the post-reproductive are again very, you can say, comparatively low. So here having the death rate is more than birth rate. So it is practically there in some of the European countries and developed countries. But our India is at present in the first, you can say, A, which is a pyramid with the expanding population. So India is having an increasing population. Next is the birth rate, which is natality. It is the number of births per 1000 individual of a population per year. It can be 2, it can be 5, or it can be even, you can say, 100 under the ideal conditions. That means the other conditions are suitable for the increase in population. So the population will increase in size due to natality, birth rate. The rate at which females produce offspring is determined by the main characteristic as clutch size, or the number of individuals or a young one produced in each occasion. You can see in case of dogs in your area, they can be 4 or 5 number of young ones in one occasion. Then next is the time between one reproductive event and the next. You can see the bitches, they are having mostly 2 litters in the 1 year. So that is the time between the one reproductive event and the next one. Next is the age of first reproduction. So it can be, in case of human beings, it can be up from the age of generally 18 years up to the age of 45 or 50 years. So it can start at the age of first reproduction. That means when the first reproduction had occurred, or you can say at the time of marriage, what was the age. So the birth rate usually increase with the period of maturity. As the individual will grow up, the population will rise and then falls again as the organism gets older. Next is the mortality. Mortality is the number of deaths per 1000 individuals of a population per year. That means how many individuals are dying. The percent ratio of natality over mortality is represented by the vital index. The another characteristic is the biotic potential, which was given by the Chapman. It is the inherent capacity of a population to increase under optimal environmental conditions. That means when the environmental conditions are favorable. It is represented by R. We can calculate it by the multiple of number of youngs produced at each reproduction and the number of reproductions in a given period of time. Suppose you can say in case of humans it is about 12 in reproductive age. When we call it as that from the 18 years up to 45 years, there can be 12 individuals by the one couple. Next is the carrying capacity or the upper asymptote. So this individual is very important. This characteristic is very important. It is a feeding capacity of an environment, of an ecosystem for a population of a species under provided set of conditions. It is represented by K. That means how much food is available, you can say, for a particular population. It is a limit beyond which no major change can occur, because the individual will start dying because of starvation. So the how much food is available, that determines it. The reasons which limit may be reproductive, assimilative and protective systems like food cycles and waste recycling. We have calculated for the humans it is about 8 to 15 billions. So these were the main characteristics. I hope you have understood all. Thank you.